7 harsh tips for elderly people is the wake-up call you need. Aging brings challenges, and this video is here to guide you through them. We'll share straightforward, hard-hitting advice to help you reclaim your peace, dignity, and happiness. Whether it's about building meaningful connections, prioritizing yourself, or letting go of toxic relationships, these tips will empower you to live fully in your golden years. Don't miss this chance to transform your outlook and embrace life with confidence. If you find value here, like this video and subscribe to Candle of Wisdom for more life-changing advice. 1. Be selective about trusting others. Loneliness can become a close companion as we age, and the desire for connection grows stronger. It's natural. We all want meaningful relationships, people to share our time and experiences with. But here's a harsh truth. Not everyone who enters your life has good intentions. Some see kindness and vulnerability as an opportunity for their own gain. Have you ever noticed someone only reaching out when you're struggling or in need? They seem supportive, always ready with comforting words or a helping hand. Yet, when things are going well for you, they vanish. This pattern is no coincidence. Some people thrive on being needed, but only when it benefits them. It's a tough realization, but recognizing it is the first step to protecting yourself. Being selective about who you trust doesn't mean shutting people out or living in fear. Instead, it's about learning to observe patterns and listen to your instincts. Pay attention to how people act over time. Are their actions consistent with their words? True friends and genuine connections will show care and respect even when there's nothing for them to gain. You may feel the urge to give others the benefit of the doubt. That's a beautiful quality, but it must be balanced with discernment. Ask yourself, does this person lift me up, or do they drain my energy? Do they respect my boundaries, or do they push them for their benefit? If the answers trouble you, it's okay to step back and reevaluate the relationship. Setting boundaries isn't easy, especially if you're used to putting others first. But boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about protecting your peace, stability, and self-respect. Saying no when something feels wrong isn't selfish. It's a necessary act of self-care. The time you have is valuable. Spend it with people who genuinely appreciate and respect you. Imagine looking back on your final years surrounded by friends and family who truly care. Wouldn't that bring you more comfort than being weighed down by relationships that don't serve you? You don't need a large circle, just a meaningful one. Remember, trust is a gift, not something to give away lightly. Use it wisely. The people who truly value you will understand your caution and respect your boundaries. The rest, they were never meant to stay in your life. Protecting yourself isn't about cynicism, it's about living your remaining years with dignity, peace, and joy. You deserve nothing less. Choose carefully, trust selectively, and create a life filled with connections that bring genuine happiness. 2. Stop prioritizing others at your expense. For most of your life, you've likely put others first. Maybe it was your children, grandchildren, spouse, or even friends. You've sacrificed your time, energy, and dreams to ensure their happiness. While this selflessness is admirable, here's a harsh reality. Constantly putting others ahead of yourself can lead to frustration, exhaustion, and emptiness. At this stage of life, isn't it time to shift the focus to you? You've spent decades being everything for everyone. Now, it's your moment to nurture your passions, embrace your dreams, and live in a way that brings you joy. Yet many older adults feel trapped by expectations, spoken or unspoken, that they must continue to serve others, even at the expense of their own well-being. But ask yourself, who gave them the right to demand that from you? True love and respect don't come with strings attached. If your happiness has taken a backseat for years, it's not selfish to reclaim it now. It's fair. It's necessary. Think about how often you've set aside your own needs, telling yourself, I'll have time for this later. Now is that time. The people you care for may not even realize how much they lean on you. And here's a truth that may sting. No matter how much you give, there will always be more they want. That's human nature. But what about your nature? Your dreams, your health, your peace? These aren't luxuries. They are your rights. By prioritizing your own needs, you're not abandoning your family or loved ones. You're teaching them something valuable, that your time and energy are precious. The transition can be hard, especially if guilt creeps in. But guilt often comes from conditioning, not reality. You've already given so much, more than enough. It's not about cutting people off or refusing to care. It's about finding balance. It's about saying, I matter too. Reclaiming your time doesn't mean rejecting your loved ones. It means approaching your relationships with mutual respect and clear boundaries. Those who truly care for you will celebrate this shift. They'll see the wisdom in your decision to embrace your well-deserved freedom. Visualize a life where your days are filled with activities and connections that energize you, not deplete you. Imagine pursuing hobbies you've always wanted to try, or simply enjoying the peace of a day that's yours alone. This isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. Now is the time to honor yourself, to embrace your life fully. Your happiness is not a luxury, nor is it a reward for past sacrifices. It's your birthright. Claim it with confidence and live these years with the joy and fulfillment you deserve. 3. Limit contact with toxic individuals. Family and close relationships are often seen as unbreakable bonds, sources of comfort and belonging. But as life unfolds, we sometimes encounter difficult dynamics, even within those we're closest to. A harsh reality is that not all relationships bring peace, and as we grow older, the need to protect our mental and emotional well-being becomes non-negotiable. Perhaps you've endured manipulative behavior, hurtful comments, or even outright disrespect in the name of keeping family ties intact. Society often tells us to tolerate these things, whispering that family is everything. But let me ask you this, does unconditional love mean sacrificing your peace and self-worth? The answer is no. Aging offers clarity. Time is finite, and every moment matters. This is not the time to endure relationships that weigh you down. Instead, it's a season to prioritize serenity, surrounding yourself with people who respect, uplift, and genuinely care for you. It's not easy to acknowledge that a relationship, especially with family, might be toxic. But ignoring it doesn't make it less harmful. Toxicity can come in many forms. A child who criticizes you relentlessly, a grandchild who only calls when they want something, or even a spouse who no longer treats you with the love and kindness you deserve. The pain of these situations is real, and the guilt that comes with considering distance can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. Maintaining your emotional health isn't selfish, it's essential. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you stop loving these individuals. It means protecting your well-being so you can continue living with joy and dignity. A simple boundary might be limiting interactions with someone who drains your energy or saying no when their demands push you too far. It could also mean choosing to let go entirely when the relationship consistently brings harm. Imagine how your life could change if you no longer carried the weight of these toxic connections. Picture the freedom of spending your time with people who make you feel valued, respected, and loved. You deserve relationships that energize and support you, not ones that leave you feeling small or unappreciated. This isn't about abandoning family or neglecting commitments. It's about drawing a line between love and obligation. Real love doesn't demand endless sacrifice. It respects boundaries and celebrates your happiness. As you move forward, remember that your peace is sacred. Every day is an opportunity to choose joy and connection over stress and sadness. Trust that stepping away from toxicity isn't a betrayal. It's a gift of kindness to yourself and a declaration that you are worthy of respect, love, and peace. 4. Let go of the need for recognition. Think about all the sacrifices you've made over the years. The late nights, the hard work, the dreams set aside, all to support your family, friends, or loved ones. It's a natural hope that one day, those sacrifices will be acknowledged with heartfelt gratitude. But here's a hard truth. That moment may never come. This isn't because people don't care or love you. Often it's because they don't fully realize the depth of what you've given. Life moves fast, and it's easy for others to take your efforts for granted. Waiting for recognition can leave you feeling unseen, unappreciated, and even resentful. But here's the shift that can free you. Your sacrifices don't lose their value just because they go unnoticed. They reflect your character, your kindness, and your resilience. Those qualities define you, not someone else's acknowledgement. When we attach our happiness to external validation, we give away our power. We hand over control of our self-worth to others, often without them even knowing it. If that recognition doesn't come, we're left feeling empty. That's no way to live, especially in this stage of life. Instead of waiting for others to validate your efforts, find peace in knowing the good you've done. Look back on your life and recognize your strength, your generosity, and your unwavering commitment to the people you care about. That acknowledgement from within is far more powerful than any thank you could receive from someone else. Of course, this doesn't mean you shouldn't value appreciation from others. But don't let it be the source of your happiness. By letting go of the need for recognition, you free yourself from the weight of unmet expectations. You open the door to living more fully, more freely, and with greater peace. Imagine how liberating it would feel to stop wondering if someone will notice your sacrifices. Instead, you could channel that energy into pursuits that bring you joy, fulfillment, and growth. Whether it's exploring hobbies, spending time with people who uplift you, or simply enjoying quiet moments of reflection, this is your time to focus on yourself. Letting go isn't about dismissing your past efforts. It's about honoring them on your terms. You've already proven your worth through a lifetime of giving and caring. Now it's time to let go of expectations and embrace a life where your happiness isn't tied to anyone else's recognition. Remember, you don't need anyone's approval to feel proud of the life you've lived. That pride comes from within, and it's a source of strength that no one can take away. 5. Don't let age hold you back. How many times have you thought, "I'm too old to do that"? It's a phrase that sneaks into our minds as we age, convincing us to stop trying new things or pursuing dreams. But here's a hard truth. As long as you're alive, you have the ability to change, grow, and discover new joys. Society often pushes the idea that aging is a time to slow down, to stop striving for more. But why should that be the case? Aging doesn't mean losing potential. It means gaining wisdom. You have experiences and insights now that you didn't have in your younger years. These are tools that can help you navigate change with clarity and confidence. Think back to all the stages of your life. Were there moments you thought you couldn't handle something new, yet you found a way? You adapted, you learned, and you grew. This stage of life is no different. Yes, it might require effort and stepping out of your comfort zone, but isn't that how some of the best experiences in life happen? Letting age become a barrier can rob you of incredible opportunities. Whether it's learning a new skill, taking a trip you've always dreamed of, or simply shifting your mindset, the possibilities are endless. And while it's natural to feel hesitant, remember that fear of change often diminishes once you take the first step. Consider this. What's the worst that could happen if you tried something new? Even if you don't succeed right away, the process itself can bring joy, growth, and unexpected discoveries. And what's the best that could happen? You might find yourself thriving in ways you never imagined. Age is not a limitation. It's a strength. With every passing year, you've gained resilience, patience, and a deeper understanding of yourself. Use those qualities to propel you forward, not hold you back. Let this stage of life be about breaking free from the myth that growth is only for the young. Every day is an opportunity to reinvent yourself, no matter how small the change. It could be as simple as trying a new hobby, or as bold as pursuing a lifelong dream. So don't let age be the excuse that stops you. Instead, let it be the reason you keep going. There's still so much life left to live, so many experiences to embrace. You owe it to yourself to explore, grow, and enjoy the journey ahead. Remember, the only true limits are the ones we place on ourselves. Break free and see what's possible. You might just surprise yourself. 6. Don't dwell too much on the past. It's natural to look back on the past, to cherish memories of laughter, love, and the dreams we once pursued. Nostalgia has a way of wrapping us in a comforting glow, reminding us of the richness of life we've lived. But here's the hard truth. Living too much in the past can hold you back from truly experiencing the present. How often have you found yourself saying, "Things were better back in my day," or "I wish I could go back to those moments"? It's tempting to linger in those memories, but the danger lies in letting them overshadow the life you're living now. When the past becomes a refuge, the present becomes something you merely endure rather than embrace. The reality is that the past has already given you its gifts. It shaped who you are today and added meaning to your life. But clinging to it as if it's the only source of joy can rob you of the beauty and opportunities that still lie ahead. Yes, the present might look different, less vibrant, perhaps even challenging, but it's also full of potential. Every moment you spend wishing for what was is a moment you lose in creating something new. Instead of focusing on what's behind you, ask yourself, what can I do today to bring joy, fulfillment, or connection into my life? Living in the present doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means honoring it while choosing to engage with what's in front of you. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, trying something new, or simply appreciating the quiet moments, the present offers countless chances to find meaning. Imagine a future where you're not bound by longing for what was, but are instead creating new memories to cherish. Perhaps it's discovering a hobby you've never tried, deepening relationships with those who matter, or simply taking the time to enjoy the small pleasures of life, a morning coffee, a walk in the fresh air, or the laughter of a grandchild. It's easy to romanticize the past, but remember, it wasn't perfect either. Every phase of life has its joys and challenges. This one is no different. What makes life rich isn't reliving old moments. It's being fully present in the ones you have now. So let nostalgia be a visitor, not a permanent resident. Look back with gratitude, but live forward with purpose. The best moments of your life don't have to be behind you. The choice to embrace today and shape tomorrow is yours to make. 7. Find balance in personal habits. In our later years, finding balance in daily routines becomes essential for both physical and emotional well-being. Yet it's easy to fall into habits that, while comforting in the short term, may not truly serve our greater happiness. One of these habits, which is often overlooked, is overindulgence in daily masturbation. Let's be clear, there's nothing inherently wrong with masturbation. It can be a natural and healthy way to explore your body and relieve stress. However, when it becomes a daily or compulsive behavior, it might be masking deeper emotional struggles. For example, some may use it as an escape from loneliness, unresolved feelings, or dissatisfaction in other areas of life. Ask yourself, is this habit providing lasting fulfillment, or is it simply a way to fill a void? For many, the fleeting comfort it brings can create a cycle of dependence that ultimately leaves you feeling more isolated or disconnected. The key is moderation and understanding the why behind the behavior. Overindulgence can take a toll on both energy levels and emotional clarity. When such habits dominate your routine, they can crowd out opportunities to connect with others or engage in activities that bring true joy. It's not about abstaining completely, but about ensuring this part of your life remains balanced and doesn't become a coping mechanism for deeper issues. So how do you find that balance? Start by exploring alternatives that nourish your body, mind, and soul. Developing hobbies or creative outlets is a fantastic first step. Whether it's painting, writing, gardening, or learning a new skill, these activities can channel your energy into something deeply fulfilling. Building meaningful connections is equally important. Join social groups, participate in community activities, or reconnect with old friends. These relationships can offer the emotional support and companionship that may be missing. Human connection provides a sense of purpose and belonging that no habit can replace. Lastly, focus on cultivating habits that energize and nurture you. A peaceful morning walk, practicing mindfulness, or diving into a good book can be powerful alternatives. These activities bring a sense of calm, accomplishment, and genuine happiness that builds you up rather than drains you. Moderation is not about denying yourself pleasure, but expanding it. By striking a healthy balance, you allow yourself to experience joy and satisfaction across multiple areas of life. Imagine a routine filled with variety, creativity, and connection, where every day feels enriching rather than repetitive. Finding this balance is an act of self-care and self-respect. It's about embracing all that life still has to offer and allowing yourself to thrive in ways that truly fulfill you. Choose balance and see how it transforms your days into something much more meaningful. In conclusion, aging comes with challenges, but these 7 harsh tips are here to help you navigate this stage with dignity and joy. Remember to be selective about who you trust. Your peace matters. Stop living to please others and start prioritizing yourself. Distance yourself from toxic relationships, even if it's difficult, because your mental health is sacred. Let go of the need for recognition. Your worth isn't tied to others' validation. Don't let age be an excuse. Growth is always possible. Avoid clinging to the past and instead embrace the present. Lastly, find balance in your habits to nurture your mind, body, and soul. These truths aren't always easy to hear, but they can transform your life. If this video resonated with you, help us spread wisdom by liking it and sharing it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to Candle of Wisdom for more powerful advice that inspires and empowers. Let's embrace this journey together with purpose and peace.